Hi everyone, this is Aparna in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This sequence is for strengthening your upper back, your chest, shoulder muscles. And as always, when we work on upper body strength or even leg balance, we also end up working the core, strengthening the abdominal muscles in the lower back. I would suggest try to alternate strengthening poses with stretching poses. To build real strength, you want to do a combination of stretch and strengthen. Start with holding each pose about 3 breaths, building up to about 8 to 10 breaths. Over time, modify. If you get tired, just stop when you need to, and slowly over time add a little bit more and a little bit more till you can do the entire sequence. Most importantly, come from a playful attitude towards the poses, towards yourself. Have fun. We're going to start in a down dog. Hands about a shoulder distance width, feet about a hip distance width. Stretching the arms, lifting through the sit bones, and then coming forward to a plank, shoulders on top of the wrist, staying here 3 breaths, or right leg comes up at about hip height, take 3 breaths here, lengthening the right leg back and lifting away from the floor with your chest and shoulder muscles, release to a single leg down dog to a full down dog. Forward to plank, stay 3 breaths, or left leg up, stay 3. Remember you're lifting up and away from the floor. Single leg down dog to a down dog. You can repeat this one more time each time, or you can go forward into the next pose, shoulder aligned, take the weight into the bottom leg, bring the left foot in front, left arm up. Lift into the top hip, like you want to reach your arm up towards the ceiling, so you're lifting away from the bottom wrist. After 3 breaths, either a down dog or a vinyasa. And on the other side, shift the weight forward. Your right leg can be bent in front, lifting upwards. We're going to do 3 sets of this pose. I'm going to add variations, but you don't have to do the variations. You can repeat the same one, and when your body is ready, add the variations. So for the second set, align the shoulder, take the weight in the bottom foot, keep the front leg bent or lift it off the floor. Remember you're lifting away from the floor. And release, down dog or vinyasa. For the left side, bring the shoulder on the wrist, keep that front foot on the floor or lift it up. Lift upwards, creating space in the body. Release. Forward, shoulders aligned, take the weight in the front. Or this time, shift the weight into the front foot and lift the bottom leg up. Still lifting up. And release. For the left, make sure you've taken the weight in the front foot before you even attempt to lift the bottom leg. And you're going to take a stretch here for the shoulders. Open knee child pose with a twist. Take the right arm across the chest, rest on the right side of the head, take your left arm behind. Release, and take your left arm across the chest, resting on the right side of the head, the left side of the head, and right arm behind. And release. Sit up and bring the legs in front. We're going to do a combination of tabletop with a cobra hood. Feet about a hip distance width. Hands behind, fingers either pointing to the hips or away from the hips. Press into the hands, into the feet, and lift up. Look at the ceiling so your neck is a natural extension of your spine. Lift your entire back body up into the front body. Keeping the knees, hips, pelvis, chest, and shoulders all in the same plane, or at least that intention of whole lifting up in the same plane. Release the cobra hood for 3. You take your hips through, your weight is in your hands, your feet are flexed. Again, you're pushing upwards away from the floor. And this is a primary movement for a lot of arm balance poses. Come back to tabletop for 3. Hamstrings lifting to quads, hips lifting into the pelvis, chest opening. 3 breaths in cobra hood. Lift away from the floor, flex the feet, keep the hips and buttocks off the floor if you can. 1 more time, nice and slow. 3 breaths in tabletop. Building this over time to about 6 breaths. And 3 breaths in cobra hood. And now do 4 fast. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Get as much lift as you can. Last one. And release. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll do 1 more stretch for the shoulders. A quarter dog. So take your down dog position, then drop your knees. Take the right arm a little bit more forward and take the left arm just across, forehead resting on the forearm. Drop through the chest, push back through the hips, and feel the upper arm and the chest open. Try that on the other side. My arm, the front arm, is a little bit more forward than it would be in a down dog because I want to get a little bit more stretch in the shoulder socket. I'm dropping the chest, pushing the hips back. The arm is straight, the left arm. And release. Come back to a down dog and we'll do 1 more. These are either chaturanga push-ups. So from a plank pose, you'll do push-ups to chaturanga and up, or you drop your knees and then do it. Anything from 1 to 5. You're going to come as low as you can. Remember, elbows hugging into the body. Exhale, push back up, shoulders still on the wrists. Come on down as far as you can. Push it back up. I'm going to do 1 more. Lift it up. Really lift up. And then drop the knees. And take a child pose, turning the palms over.